Hello my friends and welcome back, it's episode 47.
Alright then.
We were cooking today, didn't we?
Let's not.
Alright then.
All of my characters want me to improve imagination. Interestingly. But let's read books, since there is one. It's better growth. Bygone days! This methodically precise handwriting leads me to believe that this is Haizme's. It appears to be a record of his life with his son. I haven't started reading it yet. Haizme left it here. I think that means it's okay to read. If I read this book, I may gain more tolerance. Let's read the book. The reason why I'm building my stats evenly as well, in case it's not obvious, although it should be obvious after all this time, is because you don't know what stats you're going to be able to improve and when. And you also don't know what stats are going to improve just randomly as part of the story. So by building up evenly, you're giving yourself the most options for filling them up. Through sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the endearing qualities of a small child. He writes of the day his son took his first steps, his first words his son spoke, and the time his son nearly ripped off his ears climbing all over him. Of worrying about his son not eating his vegetables, of his son refusing to stop crying at night, of being so exhausted he'd fall asleep in places without realizing it. I see, being a parent brought him a lot of struggles, yet even more than that, it brought him joy. A warmth arises inside of me. I feel like my tolerance has improved. Wow, 4 points. That's big. There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick it up here next time.
Gadget, next time.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Arbor's Day.
That reminds me.
We'll arrive in the Ocean City the day after tomorrow. Haizme, you've erected a tent up above, haven't you? Do take care that you don't get carried off by the wind. I am confident it will take more than that to pull the tent apart, though I suppose some caution is warranted.
Speaking of,
Worst case scenario, you've got wings. You could just fly back to us, no? My young friend, where did you hear the UG are capable of flight? I hate to disappoint, but they're rather more for gliding. He is a glider, not a flyer. Unlike Gallica, is definitely a flyer. You've really gotten used to all this travelling, don't you think? Oh, Tempest, be quiet. He wants a bird in the tree and he ain't getting it.
Right.
I feel refreshed.
Got
Not
it.
get rewarded. Still, remember the last time it was Idle's Day and it was raining, so we're going to find out whether it was poor weather or the fact that it was Idle's Day that granted us that luck point. But then again, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Because you're going to do these daily items either way, so... Want to make something? If so, we should have everyone teach us their culinary specialty. Okay, I'm going to try and do one of everything before I start stockpiling.
That.
Only Hulkenberg knows how to cook that.
Hail!
We considered this topic for quite a while. It's not true that meat. Is it not true that meat tastes better when consumed by the mouthful rather than via tiny, polite little bites? It is my preferred method, as you can luxuriate in its full texture whilst increasing one's jaw strength. The logic behind cutting meat into small pieces eludes me. I prefer the most restrained application of seasoning as well. Best to let the ingredients' natural flavours thrive. If animals must forfeit their lives to satiate our hunger, then the least we can do is honour them to taste the full glory of their sacrifice. This is like an argument for not making the meatballs. Started preparing the food with Hulkenberg, making sure to follow her minimalist methods with the ingredients. If we chose prime ingredients on this day, I dare say this meal will be quite exquisite when it's complete.
Good.
A pleasing aroma, is it not? Its indescribable acidity belies the dish's depths. It's so novel and unique. I've never tasted anything like this, and I may never
All right.
again. Critical meatballs are complete. An enchanting aroma, is it not? The reason why I'm not like making more than one of each thing is because I'm not quite sure which ingredients are used in all the recipes, so I don't want to use up ingredients that I may need for something else. I don't know if there's any reward for cooking all the dishes in these games. There usually is some reward for cooking all the dishes, but
All right then.
there's no guarantee that that's true for this particular game. You know what? I might go for the courage buff. I could carry on reading the book, but
Hey.
Now then.
let's do some courage boosting because I know I need the next
Got
level
it.
of courage to unstick Brigitte. Naturally, it's important to sharpen one's blade, but one must take special care of its tip. The tip is more effective when facing off against armoured opponents, to pierce gaps in the armour rather than slashing.
That being the case,
That said, what is the most important quality of the sword for that manner of attack? I mean, the sharpness of the point is important. The lightness of the blade wouldn't matter. The sturdiness of the hilt, because it's a force, it's a high force attack. I'd say the sturdiness of the hilt. Yes, it's important. Keeping the point thin and sharp. My father always said that, and I always think of it when doing sword maintenance.
All right.
I'm not sure that's necessarily true. I mean, someone can stick you with a blunt point if they put a lot of force behind it. The thing about a sword is you've only got the hilt to provide grip. And if you're going to do a lunging attack, then it's hard to do this with a reversed camera. Although like a lunging attack is driven from, almost like how you'd steady a rifle, driven from under the shoulder and pushed in to give like full power and weight behind the attack. Whether the point is particularly sharp or not isn't like the gravest concern. It's all that power coming at you from behind the grip. If the hilt is bad, or even if the hilt fails, which is the worst possible thing that could happen, you could end up running your hands up your own blade, which is a real bad time. For nobles, the sword is ornamental. Still, my father emphasized the importance of its practical use. Indeed, as a child, I was lost around a sword. Learning those lessons back then is how I can fight alongside you today. I'm constantly reminded of how indebted I am to my parents. It's like the claymore.
Nura speaking.
It's a weapon of weight, not of sharpness. The claymore is like dropped on the enemy almost. This is Neuros. I got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop.
The city
have
ruins
radar.
come into view. This place once flourished through the excavation of magla crystals by migrant workers. The work was hard, but the miners were hardy and spirited, and the promise of riches lured many here. In its time, it may have rivaled Brilhaven. However, the promise of strong magla drew forth the humans. As tragedies climbed, it became a ghost town. Now only the threatening glimmer of the crystals remain. And with the promise of abandoned riches followed the thieves. For some reason, though, they all seem to scurry home empty-handed, gripped by fear.
There's something there.
This is...
This is truly a harrowing sight. Look at all those crystals. Simply coming here is enough to wound the soul. A chill settles into my very bones as I consider what could have occurred here. Something wrong, lad? Did the gauntlet runner get the best of your stomach again?
No.
No, sorry, I was just reminded of something unpleasant.
Well then.
Let's call it a day.
Thanks.
In fact, I appreciate the concern, but really, I'll be fine. I know what destroyed this village, I've no doubt about it. This is the work of a human. Indeed, the scars left upon the place differ from the traces left by the monster attacks or acts of war. Right, I don't know if the magla crystals are what attracted the humans here, or if the attack caused them, but my hometown will eventually... Stroll, I'll make no assumptions about what runs through your mind, but I would ask you to recall the time when we cut down the human at the castle and saved all those lives within.
That's why.
Do not allow your thoughts to dwell on negativity. The day will come when both this place and your hometown will flourish once again.
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I feel like coming face to face with the cruel decline of the village has deepened my wisdom in its own way. This looks like a village that's been attacked by Tiberium.
All right.
Hey!
My stomach sends notice that our next meal is overdue. Why don't we head back? So I guess Norris can read the room when he wants to, huh? Let's put this place behind us.
Here.
By the way, I made another drawing. This picture will bring the viewers no joy, but it's an important sight to document nonetheless. Take the drawing with me to ensure I never forget what happened here.
As the sun sinks below the horizon, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a land dense with trees. The glow of the Gauntlet Runner pierces the dark, warmly enveloping them in its light.
Blackwood Camp. The day after tomorrow we'll be in a real maritime city. I bet we'll be able to see the ocean soon. First time for both of us.
All right then.
Imagination. It's either improve your imagination or read a book. I shall choose to read a book, but after I am done cooking and not before.
Let's check.
It's the dish Stroll wanted to make.
Got it.
Quality meat is delicious all its own. If you prepare it with a little effort applied in the right places, it can taste even better. To echo something I've heard anyway.
Then...
In other words, we can't just haphazardly toss things together. Proven combinations of ingredients will win the day.
Got it?
Heat control makes all the difference with meat. Ready? This is the moment we've been waiting for. Strike the perfect balance between delicate and bold. With that done, we're nearly to the finish line. It wouldn't be so exacting if this was just my dinner, but when you cook for others, you've got to give them your best. So he says, it looks amazing, even by sight alone. I know this will be delicious. It's red grass roasted bidu. The aroma really whets the appetite. One more dish made.
Let's not.
All right then.
Bygone days. If I read this book, I may gain more tolerance. Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the endearing qualities of a small child. This entry describes Haizme and his son running through fields together on a beautiful sunny day. You can almost hear their carefree cries of laughter. At one point, Haizme loses sight of his son, only to find that he has climbed a tall tree. Haizme is mortified until the boy nimbly jumps down, just as his father would have. I see, being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, it brought him joy.
Alright.
Why would Haizme be worried about his son climbing a tree if they are a species that can glide? Wouldn't he just glide down? Still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
You get 3 reads out of the book.
Quite.
Ah, the salty yet strangely refreshing aroma of seawater is already upon us. At this rate, we should reach Burlhaven by tomorrow. Seawater? I thought so. The air feels a lot more clammy. So I assume that's what it was. And so we put the forest behind us at long last. That must mean that we've nearly ventured beyond where that cliff collapsed, barring
I
passage.
see.
Excuse me. Twould seem that it was fixed without a trace of its ruin. And speaking of ruin, do you remember that we are relying on you for safe passage the rest of the way? Do you remember? Tomorrow we should be able to see the ocean. Nuros said the waters around Brailhaven are kind of strange. Curious on what he meant by that.
Alright. Right. Got it.
Okay.
Alright then. Let's go.
To the kitchen. Two left.
Let's check.
Now then.
As for as often as we simply refer to our meals as meat, there's something to keep in mind where it's cut from. Taste and texture can change dramatically, you know. Each type of cut has an ideal preparation, and if you do it well, it turns out tender and delicious, something to strive for.
Speaking
would you
of,
say? So what kind of cut do we have here? Ah, but never you mind, just leave this to me. What you're meat and adjust the heat, so it goes, although it depends on what your preference is, really. It's nearly time. No, it is time. Strike now.
all right.
It seems like Stroll's doing all the cooking and we're just watching. Yes, it's not bad so far. See the juices there? It's proof that it's turning out delicious. We'll add a little something for the aroma and we're done. Just a little or it'll overshadow the flavour. Amazing! Stroll and I made a delicious looking dish cooked to perfection. Smells great, doesn't it? Now imagine how it tastes. Or just eat it. I feel like you get anything from the food shelf, even though you can get stuff from the pantry, which is kind of odd.
Alright then.
Courage or tolerance? Both are getting very close. Let's go ahead and finish the book. Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the enduring qualities of a small child. He recalls the time when his son came to him in tears, upset he couldn't sing a certain song well. They ended up singing other songs together through the night until falling asleep. The next morning, Haizme awoke to his son, his eyes still swollen from crying the night before, singing the song he'd been trying to learn, a birthday song for his father. Okay, that's repeated text.
All right.
With that, I finished the book. I feel like my understanding of the world has
All right.
deepened. Man, that takes a lot to bring that up.
Gauntlet runner sighted!
Enemies coming our way, or so I thought. Looks like it's that Missy's Gauntlet Runner coming for us this time. Hey, you lot. Yeah, I'm the Gauntlet Runner over there. You're not becoming king on my watch. Got a short fuse, you know, and that means if we don't come out right now, kaboom. So the young Miss says, I hope you lot are willing to act, of course.
Certainly.
Don't worry, we won't take this lying down. Wait, they're coming aboard at the other end. Now we have to accept their challenge. Peril!
It's you! So we meet again! Maybe you got the better of me last time, but you're about to get some payback.
Give me a break, lady. Ever heard of learning from your mistakes? Sorry, but we don't intend to lose either.
Ooh, big talk. Well, I'm willing to rewrite my record if that's what it takes to be queen. My people are suffering as we speak. Who's gonna save the Parapus if I don't give it all I've got? I promised them all I'd become queen. You're all decent people, got nothing against you, but I'm not holding back.
Okay.
Let's give you a try, eh? Let's have a spot of inventive ingenuity.
Get off my
Looks
deck.
like you've gotten stronger. But so have we.
I won't hold back.
Give me your
I'll be
loot.
taking that. Your guard.
Why, hello there.
Reel and run, but my shots will face me. Fall!
Ready to
Do this! Something else.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
She's probably not
I shall
running.
vanquish evil. You'll be dust.
Observe the... Let justice prevail! My blade cuts like the wind!
Ooh, I got 4.
Oh, please.
Stroll! They've sapped your defenses!
There's never more than one item, is there?
Sorry.
I'm just gonna double check this.
Nope. Nothing but
You
empty
think
pockets.
yourself equal, Ghana?
With these, no holding back.
Just run over
Take
finishing.
that.
That's nothing!
By my... Oh, power of heroes!
That's nothing!
Wow, another 4.
Why are you so strong, damn you? But this is where the real fight begins. Get ready to get stomped. This is a joke. You'll feel this one.
Nice dodge! You've got some fancy footwork, Stroll. Stroll! They've sapped your defenses!
Vitus power.
Wow, you did nothing.
Roar!
Real power of kings.
That's nothing.
I shall fight. I shall vanquish evil. Try not to worry.
It's kind of funny how they don't change
My
the
thanks.
sayings of the characters based on the situation. Like, I know
By
it's a
my
game,
sword.
but it's like, you know, I will vanquish evil. It's like, come on, she's not evil. She's misguided at best.
Warrior!
She needs a butt kicking, but I wouldn't describe her as evil.
Oh, please.
Mage! Ice!
That's nothing.
No, she resists ice. She must be weak to
I'll
fire.
use what I must. Fall! Apologies. Would you finish it?
I call upon royal power within. I'll crush you.
Right on it.
By my
Nice
sword!
one, Stroll!
For all that we strive for!
Pull yourself together!
She missed.
This is a joke!
The captain's anxiety is overwhelming him. We can't let him get hit. You hit their weakness.
Nice.
That's your opening, Captain.
I didn't even select the move.
Face me! Commendable
nothing.
bearing.
I can't afford to hold back. Are you well? Thanks.
Much thanks.
Thank you. Come! My blade cuts like the wind!
No! Why? Oh, why? I trained so much for this! This isn't supposed to happen!
Because you're on your own against four people, like, come on. Of course you lost.
Good. 'Tis done. Ha! I have never known such heights.
I've lost!
If I could just beat you, I'd ask you to join me, but that power of yours is really something. Don't rest easy, because I will win next time. Start preparing now, you got that? Katharina, cheer up.
Yeah?
I saw you runner, so I followed you. You're as tough as they say. Eudoricus, what do you think I am exactly? Pardon me, I know perfectly well you're the great Katharina Gran. Everyone here knows, in fact all their hopes are pinned on you.
Oh.
Are all these people migrating to find work, even though it might kill them in the end? What other options do the Parapus like them have? It might be dangerous, but you gotta break some eggs to make an omelette. Eudoricus, wait, take this, and see if you can't stop everyone from leaving for now.
Hey!
Good news, you're not. Katharina has made a generous donation. Oh, thank you, now we can eat for once.
Listen to me!
Listen, everyone, I know these times are trying, but this kind of work ain't the answer. If you can hold out a little longer, I swear I'm going to set things right for us.
Well then.
Now there we are. We believe in you, Katharina. I earned that money slaying a monster just a few days ago. It was meant to be the start of my royal campaign fund. It's a small price to pay for helping out my people, but it'll last them, what, a few weeks at most? I'll be heading out to find work again in no time. Just can't fathom dying to earn a living. The fat cats are all too happy when the Parapus take them up on
I'll
it.
make it happen.
When I'm in charge, the first thing I'm going to do is offer bounties for their bloody heads. They squeezed us dry, so I squeeze them right back. Will that work? I can't help but wonder if that would solve anything. Honestly, I've no idea. Even now, tons of those people aren't going to survive. I can't tell people who aren't eating today to wait until tomorrow while I think of something. I was just lucky, you know, I had the strength to push through and survive. The truth is, most people don't have that kind of strength. They need someone to provide it for them.
That's why.
You should know better than most. Those who can act gotta take action. If they don't, nothing in this bloody world's gonna change. It'll stay rotten as it is. And many say there's nothing to be done, but they only say that because the Parapus are right where they want them, beneath everybody.
It just ain't right.
They couldn't have the Parapus start doing well for themselves. That would shake up the soddy ground they're standing on. They like this twisted world just as it is. Yeah, not everyone's like that, though. True, there are people like you after all, but that doesn't mean I'm going to just hand you the throne. If anyone's going to change the world, I've got to do it with my own two hands. Much obliged. We may be enemies, but I like having these talks. I'm not as powerful as I need to be, but still, I reached out to the recruitment center. We should be seeing bigger rewards from bounties. Go check on it. Gotta keep taking those monsters down. We'll beat this world into peace together. She's totally going to join the team at some point. The loyal hunter, keeper and inheritor of the brawler's virtues.
A new power.
And now a new power. Oh, please give me an extra slot, that would be lovely. Party can now study the pugilist. Fattens the purse of bounty rewards at each city's recruitment center. Sadly, no extra slot for the lineage, which is a shame. Recruitment center bounties have increased due to the effects of bounty bonus. Next time I see you, I'm taking you down for sure, so don't go dying on me.
As the shadows are
That
stretched
might
to their
be enough for me to do
before
15
darkness
archetypes
takes
like
them,
right now.
the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a balmy wetland. Nocturnal creatures who lay dormant beneath the fens in the light rise to seek out their prey. Meanwhile, the party rests their weary souls, fatigued by the long journey, under the protection of the Gauntlet Runner.
Go, go, gadget Gauntlet Runner. It's the Muddy Camp. Looking forward to seeing what kind of place Brillhaven is. Maybe it's got a Norwegian theme and it's like Brillhaven. Vi skal se Brillhaven i morgen.
Let's not.
I go for the one Norwegian guy watching this. And I guess the Swedish. Okay, let's get our free cooking done. Limp goldfish. Kind of worrying. This is probably not all the recipes on offer either.
Alright.
Is that a dish from Heisme home village? I'll get him. Originate from a town that specializes in production of grain. Consequently, I'm quite confident in its use in all culinary matters. I am rather adept at making dough from flour as well. I'll let you on the secret. A good chef always listens to their dough. Dough is ever evolving due to temperature and humidity of the room. Thus, one must make fine adjustments to the amount of water based on the present conditions.
Look!
And is making dough with his feet again. Once the dough has been properly formed, we must put the whole weight into flattening out completely. This technique ensures the best texture. Trust you to lead us into the fray, but this task, I fear there is none I trust beyond myself.
All right.
Too much heat will impede the development of its texture. For now, we must enlist our eyes and noses as scouts tasked with alerting us to the proper time to strike. It's not a battle, Heisme. These noodles, they're cooked perfectly. The smell alone is
In days gone
mouth-watering.
by,
Invincible noodles, the taste of my hometown. The aroma invites nostalgia and hunger in equal measure. I wonder if the lady who wants a cooked something, if I've solved her request.
All right then.
I think rereading the books will probably not give me much growth, so... Imagination grows really slowly. There's no way to do courage or tolerance right now.
All right then.
Except to do the books, which would be a waste. A likely waste, anyway. Right,
What now?
let's, okay, that requires Brawler level 20. Which is
I see.
fine for these
Fascinating.
characters.
This right here. All right.
I'm
I
counting
wonder
on
if it
you.
matters
Of
who has
course.
unlocked it. O worthy heart, if thou art prepared to expend thine own vitality and plunge into the fury of battle, I bestow upon thee the soul of the brawler.
Yeah.
I feel its deadly strength.
Ah, a new power to wield.
It's not. I don't think a level 1, even a second level character, I don't think level 1 will really get much done for me. But I will equip that. So what do you got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and the one that Stroll has. So that's 15. So in theory, I should... Haha! Quest should be complete. Where is Moore sitting?
All right then. Go.
He's down in the engine room. Okay, I'm going to say that's it for now, as we are out of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.